Greetings, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to Timeless Sagas, the channel where we explore the fascinating tales of our collective past. Today, we're going to delve into the world of agriculture, the foundation of human civilization that has shaped our history, society, and even our very bodies. So, buckle up, grab your favorite farming tool, and let's get ready to dig into the origins and history of agriculture. Once upon a time, around 12,000 years ago, the world was in a state of transition. The last ice age was coming to an end, and as the ice caps retreated, new fertile lands were exposed. Our ancestors, who had been living as nomadic hunter-gatherers, found themselves in the midst of a changing landscape. But amidst this time of change, a revolution was about to take place, the agricultural revolution. Now, imagine for a moment that you're one of these hunter-gatherers. You've been roaming the land, following the herds of animals, and gathering what fruits and nuts you can find. It's not an easy life, but it's all you've ever known. Then, one day, you or someone in your group has a brilliant idea. What if instead of chasing after our food, we could bring the food to us? And thus, the seeds of agriculture were sown. The birth of agriculture didn't happen overnight. It was a gradual process that took place across different regions and involved various plants and animals. The Fertile Crescent, which stretches from modern-day Iraq through Syria, Lebanon, Israel, and Jordan, and into Egypt, is often considered the cradle of agriculture. Here, the wild ancestors of staple crops like wheat, barley, and lentils could be found, as well as the precursors to domesticated animals like goats, sheep, and pigs. But the Fertile Crescent wasn't the only place where agriculture took root. In China, millet and rice were being cultivated around 9,000 years ago. In the Americas, corn, beans, and squash were domesticated between 9,000 and 5,000 years ago. And in Africa, crops like sorghum and yams were being farmed by 5,000 years ago. It seems that wherever humans went, they brought with them the desire and ingenuity to harness the power of plants and animals for their benefit. Now, let's talk about how exactly agriculture spread. You might be thinking it was a simple matter of one group of people teaching another, but it's a bit more complicated than that. The spread of agriculture is a story of both human migration and the exchange of ideas and technology. As farming communities grew and prospered, their populations expanded, leading to the need for more land. This resulted in a sort of domino effect, with agricultural practices spreading out from their initial starting points and transforming the landscape as they went. And it wasn't just about planting seeds and tending animals. As agriculture took hold, it led to a whole host of innovations in tools, techniques, and social structures. People needed to clear land for farming, so they developed tools like axes and hoes. They needed to store and process their harvests, so they invented pottery and grinding stones. And as people settled down and began to live in larger, permanent communities, they had to come up with new ways of organizing themselves and distributing resources, the beginnings of social hierarchies and complex societies. But agriculture wasn't all sunshine and bountiful harvests. There were some drawbacks to this new way of life. For one, it led to a decline in overall human health. You see, when you rely on a small number of crops for the majority of your diet, you run the risk of nutritional deficiencies. And when you live in close proximity to domesticated animals, you're more likely to catch zoonotic diseases, illnesses that can jump from animals to humans. Plus, the shift from a nomadic to a settled lifestyle made it easier for pathogens to spread within communities. On top of that, agriculture led to an increase in social inequality. As people settled down and began to accumulate surplus food and other resources, they had to figure out how to manage and distribute those resources. This often led to the emergence of social hierarchies, with some individuals or groups accumulating more wealth and power than others. And with social inequality came the potential for conflict, both between different communities and within them. But despite these drawbacks, agriculture was a game changer for humanity. It allowed our population to grow exponentially and provided the foundation for the complex societies and technological advancements that would follow. From the first simple farming communities, we built cities, empires, and monuments that stand as a testament to the power of human ingenuity. And as agriculture developed, so too did our understanding of the natural world, leading to innovations in irrigation, crop rotation, and selective breeding. Throughout history, agriculture has been a constant thread running through the tapestry of human civilization. From the ancient Sumerians, who built the first known system of writing to record their farming activities, to the Romans, who engineered sophisticated aqueducts to bring water to their fields, to the Incas, who terraced the steep Andean mountainsides to grow their crops, the story of agriculture is the story of us. But what does the history of agriculture have to teach us today? Well, for one thing, it's a reminder of the incredible adaptability and resilience of the human species. We've faced countless challenges throughout our history, including those brought on by our own innovations, and yet we've managed to find ways to adapt and thrive. As we face the modern challenges of climate change, dwindling resources, and a growing population, the history of agriculture can provide us with inspiration and hope. It also serves as a cautionary tale. Agriculture has brought both prosperity and suffering to our species, and it's a reminder that the choices we make as a society can have far-reaching consequences. As we continue to develop new technologies and grapple with the complex issues of our time, we must learn from the lessons of our ancestors and strive to build a more sustainable, equitable, and just world. So there you have it, folks, the origins and history of agriculture in a nutshell. From the first tentative steps of our ancestors to the sprawling, interconnected global food system of today, agriculture has been a driving force in the story of human civilization. It's a tale of innovation, resilience, and the indomitable human spirit, and it's a reminder that we are all part of a much larger, timeless saga. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history of agriculture. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Timeless Sagas for more fascinating stories from our collective past. Until next time, keep exploring, and remember, history is never as far away as you might think.